Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us in the day off. I know you've had some fun around Vilnius. We just came back from an escaping room I was doing with your manager and your brother, one room, and you did the other room. How was it?
Oh, really, really hard. We didn't think properly, and I think I screwed us up because I was thinking about clues that weren't really clues. It was simple but complicated. It was just really well done. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely something I'm going to do back home.
Have you been in an escape room
Never.
No?
I never even knew that they existed until I came here and a local recommended it. And I was like, wow,
okay, I'll give you some news. It's 200 euros or dollars to your home. We checked on the internet.
Wait, for each?
Yeah, no, for a room.
A room?
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
That sounds just like America. There's no way it's that much to operate, but it's probably because of the area. Go figure.
Okay. Other than that, have you done anything else around in Vilnius?
I mean, copious amounts of alcohol with various teams, managers, players, and organizers. Hefla, for some reason, decided yesterday was a great time to just, I don't know how many shots he bought for the group, but he certainly got the party going. Europe's fantastic in that the nightlife is, starting like midnight, 1, and that's when, your hotel bar closes, then you go to the next bar, and then, okay, we're going to go to the club, and it's like 3 a.m. It's really fun. Yeah, somehow we were out until I think everyone until 5. It was just nuts, and yeah.
But that happened last night after all the games were finished. What happened with your team during the tournament, actually?
Just wake up, go play Dota, eat food sporadically. Because we had first game, last game, and then first game, last game. So we couldn't really go out. We got back to the hotel, I think it was 1 a.m. and we had matches. We had to be in the taxi by 8:30, 9. So we kind of just went to sleep. Okay.
How was the studio experience here in Vilnius?
It was a lot of fun. The volunteers were really nice. I thought the event itself was run pretty well. There were a bunch of delays, but I really blamed that on smoke breaks more than anything else. Everyone needs them. The casters, the production, the players. It's you can't possibly run a tournament they're always smoking. It's insane. But they took really good care of us. We didn't have to pay for anything, and everyone's needs were met. It was really nice to hang out. It was a really good experience. I was not expecting to have so much area to practice. So we had a practice room back at the hotel, and then another actually at the venue. So if you wanted to play, you always could.
Okay. You obviously didn't qualify for Moscow, unfortunately. Is it something that you can point out for that? A reason for that?
We just really didn't play like we could have. When you use a stand-in specifically, you lose a lot of your practice. It doesn't seem like much because you still have 4 of the same players, but especially because Chessy and even Zizzy both played a lot of heroes that Limp and I don't. We didn't really have access to a bunch of our strategies because we just simply couldn't play the heroes properly, and we didn't really have a groove in our drafts. You'll notice, I think 4 games. We had 20 heroes, or not 20. I played a lot of Slaughter, but there was not much overlap. So we were just trying a lot of different things, trying to see what worked, and just didn't click in time. Okay,
you just secured the Hone lineup. How excited are you about it?
I'm really excited. I think the team house that I dreamed of that we're living now, that was always sort of designed with a team like this in mind, because Dota players, surprisingly, they seem to place a lot more emphasis on gaining higher salaries versus lower prize cut to the organization and, team house. But see, we're in a different sort of situation because Zach and I, live together. So another player sees the rent and expenses coming out of his salary when in reality it's not you're not losing anything because I need to pay my rent anyway, except now it's easy because someone else is paying my rent. And in addition, you save so much money on taxes because instead of giving me $3,000 and then, okay, let me pay all my bills, they just do it, and it's a benefit to me and any Dota player to receive less money. It's far better to receive the item. It's common sense. So I'm really excited. I think it'll be really good, and it's nice to just have a group of guys that you get along with and you think you can succeed. And of course, hunters.
Not a random group of guys. You are like two set of brothers now.
Yes, exactly.
Which makes more interesting everything.
I think it's another reason we've always meshed so well with the Blondins is because they're a bunch of siblings, so they're not. Some people are strange, and if you're sitting on a couch, they won't sit there if they have to get too close to you. You know what I mean? Whereas Limp would just be like, "Yo, help!" Like scoot over, and he'll like slide in and just make sure he has a spot. So it's just simple things. Like they're just regular guys that happen to be good at Dota, and we want to win a ton of money and travel the world and live like rock stars. That's the goal.
That's super awesome. Now you need to adopt somehow Handskin, and
he'll fit in. It's easy. Yeah.
Okay. Any plans for the end of the year? I mean, I don't know, Christmas plans or something, vacation.
I might do like a little trip through Europe. I haven't actually been able to travel and enjoy it in quite some time. It's always there was a lot of losing when I switched to Dota originally, and then there was TI, but it's such a $19 million event. Like you're really kind of trying to win it, and it's so stressful. It's easily the most stressed I've ever been at an event, potentially like in my life. Like it was, the pressure is enormous, and I just haven't got to have fun in a while. So I'll probably see Europe, or maybe I'll just hang out, like read books by the pool. Who knows? Okay,
I guess this new major system will help to lower a bit the pressure because you are already in an environment with a lot of money and so on.
I think nothing will ever compare. I mean, unless it gets bigger the upcoming years, but nothing will ever compare to like sitting down and knowing like this game is worth $1 million. And if we lose, we're eliminated. And if we win, it's like literally $1 million. It's absurd. Like this LAN, if we were to win this LAN that we're at now, we would have won more than twice as much than I ever won in Han, and like close to what we won at TI. But it just doesn't feel like the stakes are that high. It's like it's only $125 grand. Where you're playing like round 6 of the losers bracket for $1 million. It's mind blowing to me. Yeah, and it's just nuts because as I think the better team doesn't necessarily win every game, and the better team isn't going to be the team that might win 2 out of 3. They probably would win like 80 out of 100, but it doesn't matter how you've played in scrims or in the past. It's all about how you play right now with the lights on.
True. Okay, with that thoughts on, I'll thank you again for your time, and if you have any shout-outs, please do.
Well, my manager would probably be mad if I didn't shout out Complexity. Great group of guys, awesome organization, and of course the family, which I'm sure all of you are watching this interview because you do those things. So love you guys, and yeah, thanks to you as well. I appreciate it.